friends, it's just Martine and welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. It's January 30th and this week is a really exciting weekly reading vlog because the 1st of February, this Wednesday, is the start of round 1 of the HEARTSTOPPER Readathon, which is my first time hosting a readathon and I'm so excited. I think it's going to be so fun and I'm so ready to dive into all my reads for it. So the first 2 days of this week, reading is going to be a little weird, but then after that, we're going to be reading for the HEARTSTOPPER Readathon. Let's do this.
I'm a southern tragedy. Come on down to Florida, spend the night with me.
Tuesday night and I have survived my long day of the week. Hooray. I haven't read anything for fun yet today, but I will before I fall asleep. Yesterday I made some progress in this book called Influential, which is like a YA contemporary about this girl who grew up and her mom's an influencer and like made her an influencer. She's got a lot of mental issues surrounding that and she's trying to figure that all out, but her mom is still pressuring her into like doing a ton of social media stuff. So far I don't love the writing style, like it's not my favorite, but I think the concept is so interesting. So I'm kind of hoping to finish that at some point this week, which is going to be a little weird because now I'm 41% of the way into that. But starting tomorrow morning, I can read my books for the HEARTSTOPPER Readathon. So obviously I'll be shifting my attention a lot to that. So I don't know about this book, but that book is also due at the library soon, so I gotta read it. Happy February, let the readathon begin. Okay, I finished the work that I wanted to get done for today a little early. I still have a research meeting tonight, but until dinner I'm going to chill out, and part of that chilling out is going to be starting one of my reads. I posted a TikTok yesterday where I had people pick my first physical read of the month, and people overwhelmingly chose Anne's House of Dreams, which is book number 5 in the Anne of Green Gables series, so I guess I'll start this now. I also started I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, and I'm like a third of the way into that so far because I'm listening to it as I like walk to class and sit in the dining hall eating and stuff. So that's going pretty quickly. And I'll remind you what book I'm using for what prompts when I actually finish said book. But I think now I'm going to take a few minutes and read the first few pages of this. Hello, happy Thursday. Last night I finished reading Influential by I think Amara Sage, and I'm giving it 3 stars. Weirdly, because I'm reading it at the same time as I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, there's some overlap in like some of the themes about mental health and being in the spotlight and stuff, so it's been weird reading those at the same time. When I started Influential, I wasn't yet reading I'm Glad My Mom Died, so once I started it, I was like, wait, what's happening? But there are also lots of differences. Obviously, one's fiction, one's not. They also have some different theming and representation. So anyway, point is I finished Influential and I really loved what the story was trying to say. I just didn't really jive with the writing or connect much with the characters. 3 stars is still a great rating, but it's just sad for me to give it 3 stars because I felt like it had the potential to be so much more than that to me. But I think this author has like a really clear message about what she wants to say. Even in her author bio in the back, it was talking about how like she wants to write about mental health and social media and all of these things. It covers a lot of things and it can be very dark, but I thought that it had a good message and an interesting message. I feel like I've read things before where the people are famous, but never where like they were famous without their consent, like their parent had made them famous. Again, one of those things that got really blurry in listening to I'm Glad My Mom Died. Just interesting overlaps there. And I'm not particularly reading that for any of my prompts. I started it last month, but I just wanted to wrap it up. So I'm glad that I did that, especially because it was due in like 2 days at the library. I've made some progress in Anne's House of Dreams. I'm on page 50 and I might read that for a couple of minutes before I have to leave for a visiting day social for prospective students. And I'm also like 70% of the way into the audiobook of I'm Glad My Mom Died, so making good progress with that. Hopefully I'll finish it like tomorrow. I would finish it today if I didn't have this social, because I would listen to it while going to dinner and stuff, but can't do that. So I'll read a few pages of this and then go to the social, and I'll catch up with you later. Happy Friday morning. This morning I finished reading I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, which I gave 5 stars. It was just such a raw account of her experience in life thus far, and I just thought it was really great, and a good audiobook to hear her like tell her own story. That accomplishes Charlie's prompt of Drumsticks, a book that made a crash, L's of Paints, a book that features art, and Tara's prompt of Instagram, a bookstagram fave. So hooray. That's this one, and this one. So technically, if I just read one of Tao's books next, I'd win the readathon. So hooray. And now I have to go show some prospective students around. Time for the first Heartstopper readathon reading sprints. I'm so excited. Can you tell? I'm losing my mind. Okay, so sprint started at like 6 p.m. and it's now just past 9 and we ended sprints. I have to thank Bailey for joining me on those, because otherwise I'm not sure I would have made it all 3 hours. I wanted to do like 3 hours, but I was tired after the first sprint. I did read like 100 pages of this, so great progress was made, and I have like 40 minutes of it left, which is not a tonight me problem, but a tomorrow me thing. So I'm gonna go to bed. Talk to you tomorrow. Happy Saturday. This morning at breakfast/lunch, I guess it was a brunch, I finished reading Anne's House of Dreams by Ellen Montgomery, and I'm giving this 4 stars. This fulfills Charlie's prompt of Converse, a timeless classic, Elle's prompt of Apple Juice, a comfort read, and Tori's of A Haircut, a sequel shorter than book 1. Still no bingo. I'm exclusively reading people who don't give me bingos, but it is what it is. We're still making progress. 2 of my 9 books are now complete, and I've read prompts for now I think a total of 4 characters. Not much to say about this book because it is the 5th in a series, still a comforting series, but even though it's short, it was kind of a slow read, as they're very descriptive and atmospheric, and there were some points in which things happened and I was like, wait, what just happened? Because at some points it wasn't very clear, but overall I liked the vibes of this. I love that Anne and Gilbert get to be together and all of those things. That's like a known spoiler for the series. Everybody knows they end up together, so this was very pleasant and had some very sad moments too, so be warned of that. I enjoyed it. It's Monday evening. I really didn't vlog after Harris arrived this weekend. I was just trying to be present and in the moment with him. So I'm going to end this vlog off here. If you'd like to go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below how is your February reading going so far, and subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!